Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video from. I know a lot of my friends are from everywhere, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Jibike Ojomo, and a lot of people call me Jibike and some call me BK. So whichever one you decide to call me, I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. So as you can see in the topic here in the heading, today's video is all about us. And when I mean us women. So it's about aging. It's about our expectation as we age as women. When I first decided to do this, I was initially thinking to just focus on African descent. Africans, us immigrants, or Africans. Because I realized that growing up, a lot of our parents didn't teach us anything about aging, anything about or any expectation about what we go through or what the body goes through as women as we grow older. None of our parents ever even talked to us about that. And, I'm from Nigeria, precisely, but I know this also happens within the African countries too. But when I sat down and stepped back a little bit, I realized actually this is something for everybody. This is a topic for everyone in regards to where you live, in regards to who you are, in regards to your color, in regards to the socio-economic, geographic location that you are. So I'm going to open it for everyone to contribute. So what is aging? That is the first question. Well, it means getting older, where we're getting to a place where we don't have much strength. We don't have much energy to do what we're used to doing. So that is the most easy and simplest way to explain what aging is. Why I go through this process, or why I go through this course, or I wouldn't even call it a course. So why I go through all this, I'm going to try as much as possible to not use much medical words. And you know what I mean? Because using those words sometimes can give me headache. Because I would have to go out there and start finding out what it means, thinking about what it is all about. And sometimes, it's really drives me crazy pronouncing them too. So what I'm going to try to do is to try to explain things in a very simple way where a high school grader could understand. And the reason why is because we're going to be dealing with a lot of women. We're going to be dealing with a lot of women in different level and different classes. So we want to make sure things are very easy to understand. And the best way to do that is to learn from each other. So we will be bringing professionals in and we'll let them know, hey, we will appreciate if they can try as much as possible to bring it down to our level of understanding. And try as much as possible to eliminate, those big words or big medical words. So, the human body it's not built for aging. And what I mean by this is that if we are built for aging, then we wouldn't age. Then we will live forever. But unfortunately, it's nature, and it's something that we have to deal with as human. It's part of nature. So we age, and we have to deal with it. And our capacity are set to around 90 years old. So when we start getting a little older than that, then a lot of things start coming in. So during aging, the stem cells in our body decreases and lose their regenerative ability. What I mean by this is that, that cells that we have in our body that regenerate itself when we were younger, that when it regenerates itself is when we start getting older and older and older. So when we get to a stage, that cells and the potential for it to regenerate, to grow, will slow down. And it will start losing its potentials of growing. And that's when we start seeing our skin will start changing. Our face will start changing. Our ability, the strength and muscles and bones will start losing its ability. That is pretty much what aging is all about. So now, when that happens, our bodies start getting vulnerable to different kind of diseases because our immune system wouldn't be performing in the way it should be performing, therefore making us vulnerable to different kind of disease. So in a nutshell, that is just kind of what aging is about. And aging happens differently both to men and to women. Actually, our part of the body, our body age differently. The organs in our body age differently. So we as humans too, we age differently. So now what happened to someone at the age of 23, or let me just push it up to at the age of 38, may not happen to someone else till she gets to the age of 48. So we all age differently. And what are the causes of all this? Our gene determine how we age. Our genetics determine how we age. If it's in our gene to age faster, there's nothing we can do to slow that down. Then also the environment that we find ourselves sometimes determine how much we age or how fast we age. The social, economic, geographical location that we are sometimes determine how fast we age, because there are some things that is just over us that we can't deal with. Another cause of aging, or another thing that makes us age faster, is also our nutrition. What we eat determines what goes into our body and how our body reacts to it. As the years goes by, as we evolve, some people are able to figure out how to lower that stage by doing some sort of, cosmetics stuff. I'm not against it. If you have the money, why not? Go for it if you can. But at a point and stage in life, those things, we wouldn't be able to do it anymore. So are we ready to face what will come up to us after that stage? So those are the questions that we have to ask each other. So as women, we have stages too, because I'm going to come back now to us women. As women, we have stages in life when it comes to aging. We start from puberty. At puberty, where we start changing, our body start changing, we start growing a little bit of hips, and then our chest start growing, you know what I mean? Then a lot of things in our body start changing. Then we start having menstruation and all those stuff. So those are part of the changes that happen in our body. And us coming from our culture, most of our parents don't teach us what to expect as women when it comes to this aging stuff. Most of us are not even told what to do. I lost my mom when I was 11. So I have to grow and learn things my own way. And I know that other people like that too, that just can't, that we had to figure things out our own way. So I want to urge us women out there, us mothers, to try as much as possible to bring ourselves low to the standard of our kids, our daughters, to be able to explain things to them, things that weren't explained to us, the expectation that we were not being told. If we can please try as much as possible to change that circle and try to explain things and tell our kids their expectation when it comes to aging. That we move from puberty to having kids, then our body change again. When we start having kids, our body change after the first and the second. Then we start realizing, oh my goodness, why is my body like this? Why is this way? Why is this not coming back to where it used to be? Why am I acting this way? Why am I feeling this way? That is part of it too. And those are the expectations that we didn't know that we will be going through as we age as women. And men have their own problems too, though. But today I'm just talking about women because I'm a woman and I know much more about us. So that is another stage too, childbearing stage. That is another expectation when it comes to aging. Then when we leave that stage, then we move a little bit to that big M. And you know what I mean by that? Menopause. And a lot of us don't even know what to expect when we get to that age. You know, a lot of things happen to our body that we start questioning ourselves if we are sane or not. Our bodies start acting so weird that we don't even know what to do. So all this reason are the main reason why I decided to come up with this platform where we as women can come together once in a while to talk about this and to learn from each other. Menopause starts early with some people, as early as 36. And at the same time, it doesn't even start till later 40s or even 50s with some other people. The symptoms that I may be feeling at the age of 40, someone may not even feel it till they reach their 50. So that is it, that we age differently and menopause happen to us differently. I want us as women to be able to come together to talk about this, to share with each other how we are dealing with this. My plan is to gather us and do maybe once every month this Zoom meeting, or once every other or twice a month. I'll figure that out as we go, to come together and share this with each other. If this is becoming too big to handle, then we may want to do it in sections. But at least we start from somewhere where we come together and talk about this. I want to organize the first meeting or first two meetings just to see what you think or what we can come up with. Then I will start doing classes where I can bring some doctors or some well-known physicians or people that know much about aging, some geriatric professionals, to come in and talk to us about our expectation when it comes to aging. So when those classes start, I'm going to let you all know. But for us to get there, I'm going to need you to provide me your emails so I can send emails to you when that time comes in. So I will leave a link down below where there will be Google Forms where you can just fill in your name and your email address so I can be able to contact you when I start organizing these Zoom meetings and lessons or classes. If you are new to this, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming in. If this video is reasonable enough for you, if you think it's making any kind of sense, I would appreciate if you can share it with your friends, have people come in and listen, because this, I think, is something we all can learn and gain something from. So we can start from here, then we build it from here. If you have any suggestion on how to go about this, please reach out to me. My email is bk.ojomo@gmail.com. I'm going to leave that on the screen somewhere. So let me know what you think. You know, this is the evolution of life. So we can't prevent it. There's nothing we can do to avoid it. We have to go through it and deal with it. But we have to figure out how to. So for us to figure out how to deal with it, we have to know what the expectations are. What are we going to expect when we're going through menopause? What are we going to expect when we start having babies? What are the expectations when we reach a certain age? If I start feeling this kind of way, should I be concerned? Do I need to go to my doctor? Or should I just take some tea and relax? Those are the questions that we need to start asking ourselves. Before I start the class, or before I move to the next Zoom meeting, or when I open the next Zoom meeting, I'm sorry to say, I would love you all to ask questions. So we start answering them little by little. What questions do you have when it comes to menopause? What questions do you have when it comes to aging in women? So all these questions, I would appreciate if you can send them to me. You can leave them down in the comment section below, or you can just email them to me too. Whichever one is okay. I want us to be able to tackle this. I want us to be able to talk about this. I want us to figure out how we can transition through all these stages in a very easy way that would be beneficial to both you and me and all of us, in regards to our location, in regards to where we are, where we live, who we are, what kind of education that we have, how low of education we have, you know, and all those kind of things. If we have to move in to the rural area, into the jungle in Africa, to talk to people about this, I think we'll be doing a lot of people a favor. And I think we'll be helping getting women to a place where we are much comfortable of who we are as women, health-wise. You know, so those are my plans when it comes to aging and women. So those are what I'm working on. If you have any question, like I said earlier, please leave it down below. And if you want to reach out to me, you can send me an email or follow me on social media, or you can DM me on any of my social media. I will definitely respond to you. I know it's a lot. It's a big lot to take in. Whew. Well, I'm going to stop here today. And once again, it's me, Jibike or Jomo, BK, Jibike, whichever one. And like I said earlier, I am not a medical doctor. I'm just a public health professional or advocate, I would say. I think this is something that we need to talk more about as women. I think this is something that we need to do to help each other as we go through it. So until the next time, stay safe. Stay blessed, take care of each other, exercise, eat healthy, take care of yourself, walk. Remember, we only have one life, and the only way we can take care of it is to be good to it. Until the next time, have a great one, and bye.